bunch of neurons can generate conscious awareness of the external environment, self, and others. But yet we are making some advances, at least into trying to understand what the difference is between a brain that's working in conscious mode as opposed to one that is working in unconscious mode. It's kind of traditional to emphasize really how fantastic the brain is by immediately comparing it with computers. The brain is 920 centimeters cubed. It's 1.5 kilograms in weight. This is a human brain, obviously. It has an amazing 100 billion nerve cells. And given that there are about 5,000 synaptic connections on each of these nerve cells, that equates to these big numbers, about 0.5 quadrillion synaptic connections, which would be 0.5 petaflops if you're talking about computers, and we'll come to those in a minute. And if you consider that perhaps they're usually firing away at around maybe 10 hertz, then that gives you 5 quadrillion or 5 petaflops of synapse operations per second, and that generates 10 watts. That's quite an amazing amount of processing that's going on. If we compare that to computers over the last 10 years, things have developed quite amazingly in terms of processing power of computers. Back in 2000, it was 7.2 odd teraflops, which is like a trillion synapse operations, 7 trillion. By 2002, it had gone up to 35.8. 2004, 70. 2005, in fact, quite a big leap up to 280 teraflops. And finally, it gets up to pretty close to broadly what the equivalent of a brain would be by 2007 and 8. And now it's gone beyond that. This is that's currently, anyway, the top operational computer in the Department of Energy, as it usually is. However, here's the big guy. This is the IBM Sequoia supercomputer that is currently in process of being commissioned. This is reportedly going to have 20 petaflops speed, so even getting way beyond the brain, 1.6 petaflops of memory. But notice it's 318 meters squared, 96 racks of all this stuff, and it generates 7 megawatts of power. So the computers are not doing things the same way that the human brain is, or any